my Vice Astrology Tribe, Cosmic Insight Astrology. I am your co-pilot, Christina. If you are an Aries Sun, Rising, or Moon, this is your 2022 July video horoscope, video forecast. Let's start that. I made a lot of notes over here because we're going to have a lot of activity in heaven, in the skies, and I'm going to explain you all. All right. So here, if you are an Aries rising, here is my little astrology wheel. Then you still have Neptune for a long time in your 12th house. Jupiter right now, it's still in your first house, going direct, gonna go in retrograde by end of the month, but I'm not going to make a big fuss about in this forecast for you because I'm going to create another long detailed video. Mars, it is in your first house actually. Still, but on July 5th, it's gonna go to Taurus. But first of all, then it's still in your first house. Look at that. It's gonna go to late degrees. And on July 1st, this Mars going to square with Pluto retrograde in your 10th house. What does it mean? Pluto is the planet of transformation, the planet of death, the planet of sexuality, bank, other people's money, investment, pregnancy, labor, reproductive system. Mars is the warrior. It represents guns, knives, together surgeries as well. First house is your body and also the mask what you pretend on. But that's your ego and self-worth as well. So with Mars and Jupiter being here, Aries, you might have been a little bit impulsive, extremely impulsive or overconfident in a career matter. So it could be like you got a career and your career or something came back to you because Pluto is in retrograde and you know you are overconfident and you're going to come across some kind of issues and some kind of trouble because of the overconfidence. It could be also because Pluto is surgery, first house is your body. You might, and you know, 10th house is professionals, so it could be doctors and it could be surgeons in this case or attorneys, but you might going to have hire an attorney because of you do have a male practice or you have done a male practice, this is nice, or you're going to schedule and find a surgeon because you want to do some kind of elective surgery. This is ego. So you might want to look more beautiful or have a bigger breast or whatever is that, whatever you are not satisfied with. It could mean that as well. But because these two planets is squaring, I never actually recommend to have a surgery, an elective surgery, either when Mars is in retrograde or when these two planets squares, because of then it's some kind of conflict and difficulties and challenges in your life. Okay, on July 2nd, actually, Mercury going to trine with Saturn. So Mercury is going to be in Gemini. And where is Mercury? Yes, it's in Gemini and it's going to trine with Saturn over here, okay? Yeah, it's trining. Mercury is the planet of communication. Saturn is restriction, but also it's discipline and it is old and restoring old and stuff, for example, antique furniture. So Mercury is selling. So it could be like you're going to start to restore some kind of antique furniture, or it could be like Mercury's communication, someone from your social circle who you had lost contact with coming back or start to call you again. It could be an old lover or a friend, because third house is siblings, friend and neighbor. So you might have lost contact with them and they're going to start to reconnect with you. Okay, on July 2nd, again, Mercury going to square with Neptune. Gonna trine with Saturn, square with Neptune. Neptune is lies, for example, and this square could be like my neighbor or my sibling going to lie something about me to my parents, or, you know, it's something uncomfortable. It could be also like you know, Neptune is actually alcohol and drug, and in your neighborhood, they're going to spread a rumor you are alcoholic or drug addict, or you drink too much or something like that. It could be as well. Or in your friend zone, you know, a smaller group of friends, or this is also something with small schools, like a trading school, and it could happen over there, some kind of lies, gossip, rumors coming up. Okay. On July 5th, Mercury is going to sextile with Mars, but on July 5th, Mars going to go to Taurus 0 degree, and Mercury is going also to Cancer. So these two planets going to change sign on the same day, July 5th, and they're going to sextile. It's very, very pleasant. It's, you know, it's not without challenges, but, you know, you have to initiate the change, but it is still very, very comfortable and really loving energy. It's very sweet energy. So Mars is the warrior, you know, and Mercury over here in your 4th house, it's going to represent some kind of family matters, some kind of real estate business. Mars, it is like I'm getting the money, the funding, the financial funding for example, purchase a house or sign the contract already, or just talking about, for example, you know, like in the future to buy something or invest in something. And 2nd house also land. So it could be that as well, or selling something. Yes, so that's a sextile over here, and it's very comfortable situation. Or, you know, like, for example, it could be like some kind of issue never been talked about in my family. And right now Mars is initiating conversation in the family because we were too quiet, we didn't talk. And right now I'm just initiating conversation with my family members. So yes, so July 5th, those planets not just sextiling, but both of them moving in and ingressing another sign. All right, July 9th, that Mercury going to square, actually Mercury is moving forward in Cancer and going to square with this Jupiter in Aries. So it's gonna be in 7 degrees already, right? Okay, moving fast. So this square, what can it be? Because, you know, Jupiter, it's like overconfident in Aries, and Mercury square, a family member going to call me out on my arrogance, or, you know, because I'm overconfident. So I need to peel off that ego eventually because of their like, oh, I don't like the way you are right now. And you need to change because you were such a nice, humble person, and right now not anymore. So that could mean that as well. Okay, July 10th, that Sun in Cancer going to sextile with Uranus on the 10th. So Sun in Cancer, why is it Sun in Cancer on? Yes, it is in Cancer. So I don't know why I put that. Okay, let me see. Yes, Sun is in Cancer going to sextile with Uranus. Okay, so Uranus is the rebel. Uranus is chaos, the unconventional. And, you know, in the 4th house, family matters, like a family member going to rebel against you, or you're gonna rebel against a family member. And, you know, 4th house could be father figure or mother figure. So I don't like the way they are treating me anymore. And I can't take it anymore. I'm not gonna fit in the mold anymore. I'm not going to try to live up for their expectation because I don't want to be the person who they want me to be. And then Uranus over here also could be like artificial intelligence, and 4th house is your real estate, that is your home. So it could be, and Uranus in Taurus seeking for security, it could be like you are installing a new security system in your home. And it could be also like you will be considered about the safety of your family and family members. You can actually smart home your house. So everything going to be smart and artificial intelligence based in your home. Okay, so July 12th, then North Node is coming up to 18th degree, and North Node is actually our purpose in life. It's a very karmic point in astrology, and it's not a planet. It is the head of the dragon, and it is showing the avenue where we need to go in our life, in our journey, what we need to approach. So that's very calming. And North Node in Taurus, sextiling actually with the Sun, it is like something with real estate could be very purposeful. So I'm going to make a decision. Second house is values and money, financial stability. I'm going to make sure I have the stability actually to purchase a home or have a stability for my family. And that's all my focus is on that right now, nothing else but this. Okay. On July 13, two aspects going to happen. It's going to be Venus trining Saturn, and Venus is still in Gemini here. And you know, my little doggy, oh, it doesn't draw. My little doggy ate my Venus planet. Okay, but Venus is here in Gemini. Okay, I can't even draw right now. And it's going to actually make a trine with Saturn over here. So what does it mean? Saturn is discipline, Venus is love and money, Saturn is restriction. So it could be like, you know, like somebody going to withdraw love from me, and it could be someone from my social circle. Or no, it's a trine, so not withdraw money, withdraw love, actually giving me love, someone from the past coming back. It could be a sibling, a neighbor, someone from my social circle, but going to reconnect with me and giving me love or giving back money, actually. It could be like Venus is money and material needs as well, and comfort and luxury. So it could be somebody is coming back and owed me money, and finally they're going to pay back the debt for me. Okay, on July 13, we're going to have Mercury sextile, also Uranus. So here is Mercury, and it's going to sextile with Uranus. And, you know, like, that is like, again, something, you know, rebellion, something like, you know, it's a little bit of chaos, it's a little bit of conflict, but actually I have to initiate that talk with my family. And, you know, actually, I'm just thinking Uranus also rules gayness, for example. So it could be I'm coming out for my family right now, and it's challenging because it's hard for me to talk about that or come out, but they're going to be, because it's a sextile, they're going to accept me the way I am. So that is positive over here. But it also like changing something, because Uranus is unexpected change, and I have to tell them I'm not continuing studying or something like that, or my values are not the same as it was before. I have different values right now, and I need to actually explain that for my family, but they're gonna take it okay. Then on the 14th, Venus going to square with Neptune. So don't forget, Venus is still here in Gemini, right? And it's going to square with Neptune here, Neptune. So Venus is in Gemini, Neptune is in Pisces, all right, and it's what degree? 25 degrees, yes, and Venus gonna be end of the Gemini here, and squaring. Venus is love and money, and Neptune could be like gossip, it could be filmmaking. So this square could be like, I had some kind of blockage right now. I have some kind of blockage to find my muse, or to create that movie or that photography or something like that. I have to work very hard behind the curtain, but somehow I don't find the energy, the creativity for that. So because it's a square, it's an, you know, unpleasant aspect in astrology, but also it could, the square is good because it's pushing us forward. So I have a blockage, but actually I'm trying to push myself, and I'm gonna push myself through this. So eventually I will succeed and it will come back to me. Also, you know, Venus is money, Neptune is squaring with Neptune. So something is behind the scene. Maybe a neighbor is stealing from me, or my sibling or a friend is stealing from me if we have business together, or lying to me about something. So it could be as well lying about some kind of pretending love. Somebody's pretending love, but that's not really truly authentic and true. Okay, what else could be here? So yes, so we have also Mercury going to sextile North Node. So first it's going to sextile with Uranus, and after North Node, what is our purpose in life? Okay, and second house is material values and material needs. So it is like, all right, with my family members, we need to talk about how we're going to do finance in the family and how we're going to pay off debts, for example. So my focus right now, well, my focus on the safety and the material needs of my family and stability, because Taurus is stability. It's a fixed sign. It loves to be stable and safety. And then, all right, let's talk about that. Let's talk about safety of my family and financial stability. Then on July 16, Mercury going to conjunct with Sun, okay, in Cancer, in the 4th house. So that is like a lot of conversation. It's like something what you've been lied about, it could come to surface and you're gonna start to talk about that. But conjunction could be going either way. It could be very positive or very negative. And because of the Sun has a huge light and shining so bright, actually, it covers Mercury with this combust, with this conjunction, doesn't give Mercury power. So it could be like, Aries, you feel like family members doesn't listen to you, they don't hear you anymore. No matter how much do you talk to your children, like they totally disobey you and they don't see you, they don't hear you. That could mean that as well. And on July 17th, we're going to have Venus from here going to Cancer. Okay, so Venus is going to Cancer. That's good. That's good for the family matters. It's good for your feeling loved finally. So if they didn't listen to you before or didn't hear you, finally they start to pay attention to you. So it is, Venus loves to be over here. It's creative family matters, for example. You can do art with your family members, okay, in 4th house. So that it, or Venus in 4th house, because of that's rules real estate and your home, and Venus is design, you might going to design your home. You're going to maybe redesign your kitchen or whatever it is, like comfort, adding additional comfort in your home. All right. And then let's see, on that same day, July 17, when Venus gonna ingress Cancer, we're going to have Mercury trine with Neptune and Sun going to also trine with Neptune. So this is the Sun and Mercury going to trine with Neptune, 4th house and 12th house. So the trine is always an auspicious aspect in astrology. It's without any conflict. It is granted for you. Mercury is, so Neptune is higher octave of love as well. It's hospice, it's hospital. So it could be like, for example, you taking home someone from the hospital who's been hospitalized for a long time. In some cases, it could be ending at a misery for someone, because that's hospice also, 12th house and Neptune here. 4th house is ending and funerals. So it could actually ending a misery, a cancer journey in a hospice for someone, and you are dealing with funerals as well. But that is a kind of very hard, but somehow a relief, because you couldn't see your loved one suffer anymore. So that kind of relief could be with this as well. But on the good aspect, it is higher octave of love, and like a lot of talking, chatting with family members, faraway family members, for example, or talking about a creative project, because don't forget Venus is here already in the 4th house. So it could be like, I only thought about that creative project in my house, but right now I'm going to initiate and I'm gonna start. Maybe I'm buying photography, the Neptune rules photography and painting, and I'm gonna buy to design my home, okay? And Mercury is selling, so, and buying, so I going to buy a lot of beautiful pictures to design my home. All right, 18th. 18th is Mercury going to oppose Pluto. Okay, 27 degrees. Pluto is in retrograde, going back 27 degrees. And then, you know, it's going to have another Pluto return for the US, exact a few times. It's going back on the same degree and same minute. But Mercury is opposing. So it's going to be something about your career and your family. But you need to discuss. Maybe you had an opportunity, a career coming back to you, and you will have to take that, and it's a powerful situation. So it will need a lot of attention from you and a lot of work. And the family, you have to discuss with them because you're gonna be away a lot, and that's kind of discussion. And you know, not everybody going to agree with that, to taking this job or taking back this job in the family. And then we're going to have July 22nd, the sun is going in Leo, ingressing. It's happy over here, it's rules Leo, it's joy. The real summer started on the northern hemisphere. So Aries going to go travel and going to be very enjoyable, or some happy memory with children, or with a romantic partner, with a lover, with a secret lover also. It could be that as well. On the 23rd, Mercury also going to trine with Neptune, and Mercury going to go to Leo also on the 19th. So the sun is 22nd, but Mercury went before on the 19th, and actually it's going to trine, 23rd, it's going to trine with Jupiter, right? Okay, here. Okay, so Jupiter already gonna go to retrograde by end of July. So yes, it's gonna go soon to retrograde over here. So it's quite stationary right now, very close to the Earth, and you know, like not really moving. So it's a lot of pressure for you guys with some kind of ego situation. But trining with Mercury and in the 5th house, it could be like you're going to talk to your children. Let me see that aspect again. Yes, Mercury and Jupiter. Yes, all right. Trine, Leo and Aries. Yes. You will have to talk with your children about some kind of issues like, all right, I need more time for myself, and you know, like, but the trend is always very positive. So it could be like you want to do a creative project with them together, or you are helping them with communication, or you're signing up them for speech therapy, and it's solved. So that is very positive. But also because Mercury is vehicle, 5th house is joy and happiness, Jupiter is a foreign country. It could be like you are talking about to take a trip in a foreign country, and you are planning that with your children and family together. So it is nice. Okay, and then on July 23rd, Ceres, the asteroid Ceres, going to go also to Leo over here. Okay, Ceres is, in financial astrology, it's very important, but Ceres is kind of lost in astrology. And because of, she lost her daughter got abducted. So it's a fear. So you might going to come across some kind of experience when you fear for your child, or, oh my God, you know, I led them to camp and I don't want them to get abused or, you know, lost or something like that, or you can't get hold with your child, even if it's an older one, and you have concern about that child. Okay. And then let's see, 25th, then Venus in Cancer going to square with Jupiter in Aries. So I don't have Venus, as I said, my puppy chewed it, but it's in Cancer, and Jupiter over here and it's gonna square. So that's the family. Venus is you know, like money and love. And first house is Jupiter over there is arrogance and overconfidence or selfishness maybe. So one of your family member going to actually call you out like, you know what, mom, you know what, dad, you are selfish and you want to take a lot of time with you on your own, but or you put us in camp all the time and not taking care of us. And I want to be around you. I want to be in the family. So it could be like that kind of conflict with a family member. Okay, July 28th, that is Mercury going to square with Uranus. Uranus is here on the 28th, and Mercury 18 degrees going to square, okay? All right, so what's gonna happen here? Mercury and Uranus. Uranus is the rebel, so it could be like one of your child going to have different values. So for example, I have seen that within my clients, somebody wanted to vaccinate it, somebody didn't, the child is already in an age that they can or can't or whatever. So they have a fight because they have different values. It's in verbal, so they are rebellions. They don't want to do whatever the parents did, not the same values anymore. Okay, that could happen like that. Or Mercury is standing, Uranus is crypto, and you're going to have some, and the fifth house is investment, you're going to have some kind of issue with crypto. You might going to have some kind of loss and major loss. And don't forget, because we have Mars and North Node gonna come at 18 degrees here. And you know, it's squaring Mercury and it's going to square Saturn as well. Saturn, it's not quite at 18 degrees yet. It's going to be in October an exact square, but this conjunction in 18 degrees with North Node, Mars and Uranus, going to trigger everything that had Uranus and Saturn square at the last year, for example, 3 times. So it's triggering, it's bringing it back. So it's going to bring back, for example, food supplies issues. And in your second house, quite frankly, which is like land and food and, you know, like you're supposed to stack up, for example, with perishable foods areas, definitely. And, you know, it is creating here with Mercury, not a very tight T-square, but it does. So it is communication issues. It is breakdown with your computer or stealing your website or your YouTube channel or something. Uranus is internet, Saturn is delay and distraction, and Mercury is communication. So it could be quite frankly that for you guys as well. It's not exact, but it is already a T-square. Okay, and I'm not going to talk about Uranus, Mars, and North Node conjunction because I'm going to make another video, and neither I'm going to talk about Jupiter retrograde in your first house because on the 28th it's going to go to retrograde slowly back, and after to the 12th house, end of October, November. And then it's going to return to your sign again next year, but in December until May next year. But I'm going to make a new video. But definitely it's peeling of the ego, the retrograde period. So it's like you were overconfident. So you need to again reconsider the changes and the way you are. That's just that. And it's enough. And Uranus is crypto, Mars is eruption. So it's some kind of huge issue in your financial area. And that could actually be quite devastating. And you know, it's also investment over here, 11th house with this Saturn square. Here it could be some kind of financial trauma coming up for you guys, Aries. Okay, but what I'm gonna talk about a little bit more details, I'm going to talk about the Capricorn full moon on the 13th of July in your 10th house of career and prestige. Full moon is always when the sun and the moon is opposing to each other and it's in an axis. It's so if the full moon is in Capricorn, the sun has to be in Cancer. So the full moon going to happen in the 13th, and it's going to happen in your prestige. And what degree? It's going to be 21 degree, 21 minutes. So it's a very future, the first decan in Capricorn. So Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo decan. So because it's Earth sign. And let me see. Yes. Okay. Yes. So it's a Virgo Decan. It's very, very dogmatic situation. So it will be like something like you will need to make a decision with your career because your family not gonna like you away all the time. And they need more attention, as I said before, with other aspects as well. So that's definitely for you guys. But you coming to a completion, you might going to get a retirement, some of you. Or some of you just going to say, you know what, I'm gonna go for a vacation with my family. And that's it. I'm not going to be a workaholic anymore. I'm going to take time off and that's it. I need to take time off. And then it's going to be a new moon in Leo on July 28th when Jupiter gonna go to retrograde, station retrograde. And it's going to be actually a new moon, a new beginning in your 5th house. So you're going to reinvent the relationship with your children, for example, or with a lover, with a mistress. Or actually you could have some kind of new creative project right now and you're going to get back your muse and you're going to like to create something. But definitely it's a lot of joyful period coming over here for you right now, Aries. It's trining anyway with your rising sign or sun or moon if you have your moon in Aries. So that's going to be very positive for you. Yes, and also what I wanted to share, then actually Juno in Pisces going to station retrograde on July 25th, so in Pisces, and Juno is your partner, it's your soulmate. So station retrograde, either you're going to find your partner and it's going to be actually not just a foreigner, it could be a foreigner because Jupiter was Pisces, but it also could be a islandic, Pacific Islandic or some kind of islandic person as well. And that's your soulmate, Juno. And also Chiron on July 19th going to station retrograde, and Chiron is in Aries. So in your 1st house, so some kind of trauma could come back, childhood trauma actually, but is going to get triggered for you in the 1st house. Okay, and then Ceres, as I said, also going over here to Leo on the 23rd. Okay, so that's all I wanted to tell you. And as I said, I'm going to make new videos about those major conjunctions that's never happened in humanity's life. So you will learn more about those aspects. If you liked my videos and if you would like to have a personal reading with me, please subscribe and visit my website, which is www.urbanwitch.org. Thank you so much for your attention. I truly appreciate that. And till I meet you again. Bye.